Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here. Hey, we got David Yoakum here. He's going to show us how to use all these crazy TrendSpider scans. And I told you the broadening formation scan is for real, and he's going to show us how to do it for real. So, and a couple other things out here. I'm telling you, the best TrendSpider is the best because it's got the STRAT built into it. That's the best. It's not just a bunch of guys. It's not some random dude with like, I know Pine Script. No, it's these guys are professional programmers. They know what they're doing. David, show us how to use this awesome stuff. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll share my screen here. Always a pleasure to chat with your group and yourself. It's always fun to go back and forth.
It's the best. Oh, and while we're looking at this thing right here, I know this is your show, and we're just kind of like together on this. But I always look for that 3-2, reversal up that we talked about on your episode on the weekend shift. That thing is legit. I'm telling you, it's legit.
Yep. Absolutely. Outside bars are probably my favorite for sure, or threes. So always scanning for those. So you can't get to go too wrong with those. But yeah, so wanted to give your group a quick intro, kind of some features that we've come out with just for strat traders. Most obvious you can see here on my screen is just going to be these trend lines here. So I know you guys might not be big fans of trend lines, but I do know that you're fans of broadening formations.
Yes, I like that. I like how that looks.
Yep. So this is actually an indicator just built right in. This is called fractal trend lines. So it'll automatically just have them on your chart. Same thing with candle patterns. So, if I, for example, have inside bars here selected. So now you have a certain candle selected, you see your broadening formation. It's really just about everything you can need there. Now, the question comes, how do you find these broadening formations, especially on a consistent basis? We do have these broadening formation scans in the platform now, as you can see on the right side of my screen here. This is called long-term broadening. So here's Dollar General. If we want to go to the next one, we've got GLW. That's a pretty nice looking broadening formation.
Oh, yeah.
They're not all going to be perfect. So for example, here, this one wouldn't necessarily be one, but you can see the upper bound of it at least. So most of them will be pretty consistent. And it's great for just finding these quickly. You're not even having to draw yourself. So one thing I definitely wanted to mention and I thought would be very useful for your group.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I did a quick demo of, because Dan was like, hey, we got this, show everybody. So I'm like, okay. And so I got a quick little video out, like a 10-minute video on my bonus vid on my YouTube thing. And I could not get the thing. It shows broadening formations, which was cool. And I can change the time frame it scans it on, which is amazing. And it gives you all the tickers in that thing. But this fractal triangle thing, that's how you're getting these broadening formation trend lines. That's how you're doing that?
Correct. Yep. That's the indicator called fractal trend lines. So that'll automatically just be put onto your chart once you have it selected.
Okay, and that's there in that red. Yeah, fractal. Oh, hold on a second. Fractal. I'm in the Army for a reason. If I could spell good, I've been a doctor or something like that. You know what I mean? Fractal great. Trend lines. That's it. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's perfect because Dan was showing some stuff. I'm like, how do you do that? Am I doing it wrong? Because I would scan. And it would be, like you said, Dollar General, GLW, I'll call that Globe, but GLW, HII, things like that. And I'm like, it's working. I can see the broadening formation, but I'm not seeing these trend lines. So this fractal thing, how do we do that? Let's start with the fractal thing. Yeah. I know you're kind of on a roll, but I got it. Like you TrendSpider guys, you do this every day. So I got to slow you guys down because you're like, yeah, this is how we do it. This is how you enter the matrix. And now you're fighting, this is how you fight Mr. Ant, this guy. You're like, oh, geez, hold on. We're just trying to log in, man. Like,
right. No, absolutely. Yeah, it's for fractal trend lines, it's in the indicator list. So that's going to be at the top of your bar or at top of your screen. Okay. The 3 dots next to it. So that'll open the list and you just type in fractal. So FRAC, and then you see fractal trend lines. So once you have that selected, it's going to be put into your list down here next to where mine is. And you go ahead and just click apply. So that's how you get it on the chart.
Okay.
And then you can always toggle it on and off through your indicator list on the left side of your screen there.
Now,
So
does it update automatically? Like, let's just say I watched Garmin for a few months because this is a long-term broadening formation. Is it going to continue to move? I remember Jason telling OG about having to re-update some of these trend lines after a while. Is that something you have to do?
Yeah, so they don't see previous patterns, and the ones that you do see can change. So, for example, if we see a new a swing point, whether that be a swing high or a swing low, this will update to that, so you won't see the same pattern. But the workaround for that is you can always draw your own channels and just put them in there yourself. So, like you mentioned, it won't be there forever. It kind of just updates as it goes through the process of price action.
I love that though, because that's awesome, because it gives you a visual immediately. And then for the people that are good at this, like you said, you could draw your own, you know what I mean? But for the people that are just like, they're brand new to the strat, they understand actionable signals, they understand time frame continuity, but the broadening formations is tough. You know what I mean? This is an awesome tool, a great visual for that. And then you could see right here, this broadening formation, you could see where it's like, it's almost dead in the middle. It's not dead in the middle just yet, but Garmin's trying to move to the upside. And you can see that clearly there. And I really like that. That really gets my attention, this fractal trend line. We definitely need to go back to the broadening formation scan, but this tool I think is going to get people like immediately like, okay, and then after a while, like you said, you toggle it off because okay, I do like, let's just say eBay. I like eBay, but I don't like that, I don't like that broadening formation. That's okay. That's okay. Let's just say now I know what the broadening formations are supposed to look like. I can draw my own, toggle the fractal triangle, assist off. That's what I would call it. I would call it an assist, but that's awesome. I like that. Because this green one, that green one's beautiful. That red one's doing some David Yoakum red one.
Yeah. You know how I would draw it here is I would definitely, I like the red down here. But now where fractal trend lines versus how Yoakum would do this here is I'm drawing that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So there you go.
You can always mix and match. The fractals aren't perfect, but they'll give you a pretty good image for the most part.
I love that. That's awesome. How did you do? I know this is not a new feature, but how'd you do the double bar channel thing? Because I always just I always tell everybody to use the straight trend, the flat, single layer, single line. How'd you do that?
Yeah, we have right under there. Yeah, we have this channel button. So I've just gone in and customized it. So it looks like there's almost nothing in between. But yeah, you can always go through the settings and change the properties of how those look.
I know that's the best part about TrendSpider is all the little things. It's like, you got the keyboard that makes all the sounds, and then you have a synthesizer, and the synthesizer still plays the same chords as a regular keyboard, but you got all these knobs and you can turn all these things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't know what a synthesizer is, kids, look up.
I'm waiting to hear.
No, you're okay. You're the exception. But if you don't know what the synthesizer is, YouTube Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, or any kind of YouTube, any Pink Floyd concert from the 70s, these things were massive and had cables and buttons and wires. And I'm telling you what, TrendSpider, you guys automating all this stuff is amazing because I'm telling you, I just do the strat, the simple stuff, and you're helping us turn what we do and giving it steroids, and we love that, man. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, right off to your point, hedge funds have always had the technology to they're not sitting there going through a million charts a day. They got computers running it for them, and that's what we're trying to bring to the retail trader with all of this is making it as efficient as possible and making sure you have time to spend with your family at the end of the day. So we're trying to speed it up as possible, as fast as possible.
Yeah, and I tell you got my attention with that one. I'll bring that point in again at the end. All right, okay, so now we got the fractal triangle lines. Is there anything you want to say one more about anything else about the fractal trend lines? Is there anything else that thing can do that's not necessarily obvious in the advanced settings?
Yeah, absolutely. One other thing I did want to mention with these would be our MTFA. So this has been presented to your group in the form of looking at candlestick patterns. So I'll just show you real quick what MTFA is again on trend or candles at least. You can see here these are inside candles on the weekly time frame, even though we're looking at the daily chart. So now with that being said, when I toggle on indicators, we can do those fractals on the weekly time frame, and it's going to give you a bigger look at what's really happening over the long term. So
give me give me one that shows the because that thing is getting my that's the eBay is making me mad. What about GM or what was one that was like a good broadening formation? Yeah, no, that's doing the thing again. What was one we had one up there that was like that? That's a good one. Glow high. Yeah. This is one of those. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, close.
It's got it on one time frame, but not both. I'm interested to see if I can find broadening formations on both.
I love it. No, so there you go. Oh, that was yeah. I don't know.
That's close.
That's close. That's close. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. Dollar. That's it. Dollar General. Dollar General. The prices are going higher. It's no longer Dollar General. It's now $1.25 General. Inflation is real.
It's not transitory.
Nope. That's perfect. I like that one. So yeah, so what well, I guess that's a scan situation. So this is we're back to MTFA. Does it the monthly?
Yep. We can do the monthly as well. Might have to zoom out a little bit farther to see it.
But that would so we're talking about well, we could stay on the week because this is actually drawing it on the daily range. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So if I go to the weekly and compare to the monthly, we can have those up. This one hasn't been around long enough for the monthly. Let me see if I can find.
Oh, there's a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the GLW one. Yeah. That's this one. I mean, this is right at your 50% mark. So this is again an interesting spot for sure.
Yep. Because I want to see if it's going to trade it back down through the range and hit the bottom of that broadening formation, or is it going to continue to the highs? And if it does, I know where to place my stops and keep pushing my stops up. That's awesome. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
So, tons of different ways to really use them. It's almost endless, and it's helps definitely keep your eyes moving and going across the different charts. Yes.
And now I know you got I don't necessarily use volume, but I see you got these volume bars at the bottom. Does that have anything to coincide with these trend lines or no?
It does not. Those are just the normal volume for the bars themselves.
Okay, cool. Everybody out there listening goes, you don't look at volume. No, that's me. Because I say it all the time. Okay. So I've been messing around with the long-term, intermediate, and short-term broadening formation scans. Can you show us, I guess, each and what the difference between each of them are?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can really dive into the details in the market scanner itself rather than just using the sidebar. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to look up long-term, and then we'll see long-term broadening formation. So you can see these are used on a daily. They also have a range of 23. Usually, I'm pretty sure these are around 21. The difference here when I go to short-term, oops, I'm actually renaming that one. Let's see. Short-term broadening formation. Load this one. Now you can see the range is 5 rather than 20.
Oh, then that's okay. That's bars, yeah. Okay.
Correct. So it's just looking at a less of a range for the short term versus long, and then obviously the intermediate is going to be in between those two. Okay.
All right. And I think I figured this out, but I'm not sure. It says the scanner does not belong to you. Yeah, thank you. But then it says I need to make a copy. So I click make your own copy. Yep. And then I save it, and then I don't have to search it anymore. Is that what that gives me the function to do?
Yeah, so you'll always have it in there to search. What copying and saving it for yourself will do will allow you to change the settings itself. So if you're someone that wants to day trade looking at a 5-minute broadening formation, I can just click, actually, let me get out of this, do script actions, and then you can set your time frame. So rather than looking at the daily, now we're going to get 5.
I'm glad you're here, because you know what I was doing? I was clicking each one of these time frames and changing them all the weeks.
Yeah.
Changing them all to, oh man, that's cool.
Yep, that'll definitely save you some time. And you can always save these, clone it again to make, a 10-minute, so you don't have to change it each time. You can just have a list of all the different broadening formation scans. So can
Very
be
good.
pretty sweet.
So what's a broadening formation scan on the 5-minute look like? What is that? Okay, that's long
That's
term,
it.
short term, medium term, and that's the dit. Okay, so I would be, let's go, yeah, intermediate. Let's just, yeah, maybe we're day traders and we're looking for maybe 60-minute bars,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
that's what I would
absolutely.
do.
We'll set time frame to 1 hour, and we'll do current candle. I'll
Yep.
just name this hourly intermediate term broadening.
Ooh, I like it.
So we'll save that. I'm going to put this into the sidebar, hourly intermediate. And then this will take us to the hourly time frame. Here's a nice one on Las Vegas Sands, LVS.
Yes, I like that.
So
And to reiterate, you got the fractal indicator, the fractal trend lines turned on, and you're going through. Okay, so those two have to be turned on together: the scan and then the indicator. Got it.
it can be, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're someone that wants to just, it'll definitely help save time. But as for example, in this next EQR, it's not always going to be perfect. Obviously, you
And
could
that's
draw
okay.
your
Yeah.
own to still make it work. But yeah, I just like to have them on just because you can go through charts so much quicker that way rather than naked eye in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep going. What else we got? EQIX. Okay.
Not
All
quite.
right.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting one now. I'll tell you, I like the resistance on it.
Oh man, you're gonna get me triggered. You're gonna get me
I know.
triggered.
I know.
Oh
I'll
man.
calm down. I'll calm down.
Oh no, Etsy. What do we got? What do we got for Etsy? People making socks for kittens. What do we? Oh, there you go. Yeah. So
What
I
about
like that too, because if you are working with this and it's like, I don't know if that's not the right, you have the channel tool, and or the trend line to just like, I would draw it here. You know what I mean? But that fractal trend line script definitely helps see it faster. Yep.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So tons of different names. This one is a little more of an unorthodox one, but it is pretty interesting. Being Etsy, so this would probably be, let's look at what the risk reward would look like on something like this. So if it's a 2-up, what are we gonna, we're gonna put the stop maybe right under it, and
Yep.
then
That's super tight. Yeah. Yeah. 60-minute. Yeah.
we'll put that at the entry. We'll have the stop right there. And let's take that up to the broadening formation. We're looking about 75R. I like
Oh
that.
my gosh. That's what I'm talking about. Give it to me.
Yeah. You hit one of those in 10 years and you will be good.
That's right. Or, move it down to, if let's just say the top of the, oh man, I wish I could touch your screen. I always do that. The top of the, keep going up right there. Yeah. Move that. If you could move it to right there, that would be a good first take profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if it keeps going, you know what I mean, add to it, or like I said, take profit and leave a runner. You know what I mean? Leave some on. Easier to do with shares. And that's awesome, man. I like that. When that's can you change those? I like to change the colors. Can you change the colors on that? Like, for example, my stop is red and my profit's green. I don't know. Can you do that?
Yep. Yeah, so I just double click the drawing itself, and then we'll see stop level. We'll make this, let's go with the red loss area. We'll make that red. And then for green, let's go with money.
Money.
Green there. And there it is.
There it is. That's perfect visual. Look at that. I like that. That could be, I'm at, man, you're gonna get me change my whole show up to show that thing. I like that a lot. Can you change that to dollar amount? What else can you change with that? I know that's not why that's a good tool.
Yeah, you can put titles in there so it'll actually say that's your target. You can put the price so you can have the exact price there.
That's what I would want. Yeah, that's what I would want.
Which even if it's drawn over here, you can see I can still actually lock onto the candles over here, so it'll still be precise.
Very good. That's what I'm talking about. I like that a lot. Because you know why? Because I pay my bills with dollars, not percentages.
Yep. That's how it is. You make 500% on a $5 account, might not do you too well. Might give you Chipotle.
Like, you can tell the world, like, everybody's like, so that's funny. No, that's beautiful. I like that a lot. And again, that's like That's one of those happy little mistakes because we weren't really going to talk about that, but I like that a lot. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That works. How did you get my from? I know I'm talking about my big old head is in the front of our hourly scanner. How did you get? Is when I do my scanner, all my scans are at the bottom on the left.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like hit market scanner, hit market scanner if
Yep.
you can, and then go to I guess whatever the 60-minute or the hourly or whatever we had. Yep. And then when I hit, yeah, right there. See all the symbols on the right, yeah, like right there on the right. How did
Yep.
you get them to automatically populate into the watch list up top?
Yeah, so rather than just having the market scanner open, I just close that. And with the sidebar, you can add or remove those widgets. And you can see
Ah,
here, I have watch list or scanner. So add new widget down here. That's where you'll find these. You can have multiple scans open at the same time. So you can constantly be scanning. But once you have that in, it'll be in your list here. And then you search
I,
through your scans and watch list that way.
I like that. I was doing it the hard way again, David. You're saving my butt. I was doing it the hard way. You know what I was doing? Oh gosh, I'm embarrassed to tell you.
You were
I was
going through the market scanner.
I was going to market scanner and I would either write them all down or I would go to my watch list and edit and then put it all in there and say, okay, there it is. I don't know.
This is
That's
gonna be
why
a
we're
winner.
doing this.
This is going to be a
That's why we're
winner.
doing
This will
this.
save you hours, I promise.
Oh my goodness. I've never used the comma button in so many times. That's awesome. I love it. All right. So I love the scans. So what else about these broad information scans? What else can we do with them? I love that because we did the 60-minute for the daily. That's for day trading. The 60-minute for the day trades. That's awesome. That's what I would do. And then weekly, how would you do it for like I don't know, maybe weekly? Because I always do monthly and weekly trades because I'm full-time. Yeah, I got a full-time job outside of trading. And how do I find these? I'm gonna find some actionable signals for the week.
Yep. So with that, we'll just make the own copy again of the scan. We'll set these to weekly. So I'll just type in W there and I'll skip to it. And then, so now we're going to have weekly, but let's say these are populating roughly 70 to 100 charts. So let's try to break it down just a little bit more and add our own parameter.
Okay.
So I'll do condition. We're going to go to candlestick pattern. We'll do weekly time frame. And then,
I didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
Give me a 2 down, 2 up. 2 down, 2 up. The week's already the week. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Yep.
So we can save this, and everything that we're going to get here is going to have the 2 down, 2 up on this last candle. So let me rename this real quick just so I can have it, so I can share it on Twitter every night when people are asking me what broad informations are doing.
How'd you do that?
Yeah.
Here it is again. How'd you do that? Did you watch the video?
Yeah. I'll have to link it every time, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the best though. It's, if they didn't want it, they wouldn't ask. So I just go with it. I'll do it. So we only got one. Only one of them. CNC is the only one that's right because this is a short week. This is a short week, so everything's inside. But yep, there it is. Hammer and force CNC. Yep. Woo!
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Now, can we do the same scan for just to show that everything is inside week right now?
Right. We can do looking at last week, so we can have more
okay
kind of data to draw off of.
Yeah.
Let's do weekly intermediate, and then we'll change this to, we're going to unselect current candle. So now it's going to be based off of the previous candle that's not open at the moment.
Okay.
So we'll rescan, see if we get any results here.
And we can pick a different scenario. I was just my 2-2 reversal to the upside. That's my favorite. That's my go-to every time.
Yep. And you'll love to hear too, we're going to be having the live alerts come out, or live in action trading signals for alerts. So rather than waiting for a 5-minute confirmation or anything like that, you'll scan for what's in force at the moment.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm excited about that. The only thing we need more is remember, you might be too young for this, but Microsoft used to have this little character, and his name was Clippy. And anytime you were writing a report for school, Clippy would come up and say, "You can't spell, can you?" And it would be like, "You want some help with that? We need TrendSpider needs a big fat tarantula that comes across the screen and says, what do you think you're doing? This ain't enforced." You know what I mean? We need
Right.
I see that you're trying to make a market scanner. Let's or test a strategy.
Yep.
I'll show you how to do it.
DVA. This one
Ooh,
was
look at
that was a 2 up.
Mother
Now we
bar
got
problems like a mug. What is that? I don't need DVA. Wow.
DVA. Yeah.
Jeez.
DaVita. So
People are mad in that one, whatever that is, to the lows. Let's go with let's see what we got for maybe a 212 reversal.
the weekly intermediates, and then we'll change this to which one you say again?
Maybe a 212 up.
Let's see. 2 down, 1 up, maybe.
Yep.
Or 2 up. Yeah, there we go. We'll do this one. We'll save it. Scan.
And this is where there's only one. Yeah. What I'm trying to think about what happened, but you know, I'd have to look at the charts. But that's awesome. That's working. And I like how it's not just bringing up a bunch of junk. It's not bringing up a bunch of things that you know. I mean, this is really looking for what we are looking for, and that's what I like about TrendSpider and that's what I like about the strat. Is it or is it not? That's it. It's binary. Yes or no. It's not a bunch of, you know, well, it could be, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
What about an inside bar? I feel like inside bar might be easy to.
Yeah,
to
inside bar. Let's see. Inside bar. There's going to be a million of them.
Yeah. But a good thing with this is it's got to be in a broadening formation too. So
okay.
Let's see if those combine. There's 16 of them.
Oh, that's not bad. 16. There you go. All right.
Go.
Region's good.
What do we think about? Let me know what you think about this right here. Maybe
I like it. I like it. I like it. The buyers got to keep buying. They got to keep buying. You got inside. I mean, it's stuck right now. You're just trading sideways. Yep. Some people will say, "Oh, it's double inside week. It's gonna go." Nah, come on, man. Come on. But right now, I'd be watching it. Looking for the 212 continuation. It could do it this week. We will see. But right now, not touching it. Waiting for that 755.
Yep. Good thing is you don't have to be looking at the screen. You can double click or right click and create your alert, and they'll text you when it happens. So.
Oh, okay. Create alert. Do it slow. Again, you're just just do it and you go. One more time.
I got you. So horizontal level here, we got it already marked. Now we're just going to right click it and create alert at this line. We're going to do confirmation candle. Since we're looking at the weekly, it's going to go down to 30, but if you're looking at anything lower, you'll probably see the 5-minute confirmation. But then we can select if we want to break through, a touch, or a bounce, or all three. I typically like to have all three selected, just so I know the price is there. The sensitivity. So do you want it to be, in a wide range, or do you want it to be a little bit shorter? And then you can have an alert name. So for this, I'll say region. Jermaine told me.
Wow. Blame it all on me. Yeah. Oh, so my goodness.
Then we change the expiration, and then tomorrow, if it gets to 7:55, it's texting me that Jermaine told me it was going up and to buy.
So how are you getting that to text you? Is because of your login number?
Sorry, say it again.
How does it text you? I guess.
That's through your account. So if you have
that makes sense.
Your email set up there, and it'll automatically send you the text and the email. So you're not going to miss it.
I'm going to try that one.
If you have the TrendSpider app, it's going to send a notification there too. So
okay. Yes. Don't forget that. I was telling people last week, don't forget about that TrendSpider app. I like that a lot. And again, with that TrendSpider app, you still have you still have the capabilities of the candle patterns. I did notice that. Which is amazing. You still got the do you still have the market scanner in the app? I can't remember.
You do. You can scan. Okay. So even if you have these broadening formation in your phone, you can have the fractal trend line indicator open, so you'll still be able to see everything.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's all mobile. I'm telling you, spider in your pocket. Spider in your pocket. I like that. I like that. All right, create alert. Yeah. Oh man, if it doesn't go, hey, you know what? The best part is if it doesn't go, it's fine. You're not losing any money because if it's not going, we ain't touching it.
Right.
So
Yep.
I love that. What's Love doing? Everybody loves well, I don't know why they call it.
Southwest.
Nobody loves this Southwest Airlines, but all
Yeah.
right, okay. All right.
I have a double inside week. Don't shoot me. It's looks like another one there. So you
Sitting
know,
there doing nothing, trading sideways. Yeah, it's either going to go up, it's either going to go 2-1-2 continuation up, which would be great, or it's going to go 2-1-2 reversal down back to the lows, land the plane. I tell
yeah,
you what.
right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What else? What else? Anything else interesting in there? What's these bubbles? You got these bubbles. I know you got, I knew you do some other
Bubbles.
stuff. What's these here? Yeah.
These
What's that?
are, let me full screen this here. These are all the options trades coming through for
Mm.
Love. So anything above
Oh, that's cool.
$20,000 in premium. You can see today someone took the 35 calls for January of 2023, and it was $85,000 worth of calls there. So this
Wow.
map just visualizes it. You can always full screen it. And it'll show you
Okay.
exactly all the trades and where they're at. So this one, $1.7 million in premium for the $41 puts.
Someone said love to the lows. He's hoping they land that plane. I tell you what.
Yep.
And then you got a couple guys in the middle. I could do this or that. And then February 25th, that person's gonna be he's gonna be mad if it goes to the lows.
All right.
Because
You can see my trade on the far right over here, $822,000 in premium there. No shot. No shot. I had to act like it for a minute though.
well, that's awesome. That's really cool.
But
That's
yeah,
really cool.
it's sweet. And right below that too, I have seasonality. So you can see we're heading into the
So
second worst month of the year there.
yeah, so yeah. So that's one thing that Dan didn't he says it so fast, or he just went through it and I haven't with seasonality. How do you bring that one up?
Yeah.
That's another
So
widget, right? It's another
correct.
widget.
Yeah. So same
Okay.
thing of adding or removing. So once you have it down here, you can always any of these widgets you can full screen. So there's like a
Okay.
little square button, so I can toggle that. So here's exactly how the seasonality plays out for it. The percentage that you see above each green bar is going to be how many of these months were positive. So for example, December for Love over the last 3 years has been only positive once. So
Wow.
33% of the time. And
Land the plane.
I'm gonna change this. Let's go to 1972 to see the season.
1972. That's a great year.
So over the last 50 years, this is 49% of them have been positive. So it's a mix up. It's probably going to be a one. You probably want to stay away from it.
Oh man. Buy some puts, I tell you what. Wait till it goes in force though.
Yep.
But yeah, once you see that, you got the data. Hey,
I agree. It's median change. That's an interesting one. 0.0% over 50 years. So
oh, I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. You can't see me. LUV love them puts. That's what I'm gonna put.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. That's really cool. That was the scans. Is there any, and then the fractal triangle, or excuse me, I keep saying fractal triangle, fractal trend lines. That's a really good one. The scans, that's a really good one. Is there anything, and then we got a couple of widgets that we can use, which is amazing. Is there anything else? Oh, we went through MFTA too. MFTA. And that's multiple. Was it again?
Multi-time frame analysis. Yep.
That's it. That's it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Don't you touch that auto fib. Don't you do it.
There it is.
Oh, my eyes. I've sprained my eyes. They're sprained. Anyway.
Jermaine, let me know if you've ever seen this here. So I'm going to change my background here, and I'm going to select trends. And then what's going to couple broadening formations already that we're seeing.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the black right there. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You can always double click and save the lines on your chart, just so when you toggle it off, it'll be there. But if you really want to find your broadening formations, we're going to do all lines, and then you get your pick. So
yes, I've seen yes. So yeah, Dan showed me this one. I love this one. Now it looks crazy. This is truly truly TrendSpider right here. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what. Yeah, that's definitely TrendSpider right there. But I like this because you can go across the lines and then they'll highlight and then you just double click it and that's it. Like, oh, you almost that one. Nope, I'll go back. Oh yeah, you're doing it. You're just highlighting them.
See.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. That's what I
save.
like to use this one too because it shows them all and then you just pick it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And now, since I double click that one, it sticks out like a Thor sum, and I can take it out, and I still got it. So,
Yep. It also, yeah,
definitely sweet.
yeah, I like that a lot. And yeah, I like to do that one. It's also fun. It makes it not so boring. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I know how to draw them, but that's fun to like go through it, and it's like a harp or something like you pick it.
Yeah.
I like that
Looks
one
like a Star Wars battle scene. That's
It
what
does. It does. I love it. But just for the people at home, you don't need to sit there and draw them all. We're looking for the greater outside bar. I love that.
Right.
Man, TrendSpider does do a lot of stuff. And you also, you talked about can you go over the profit, the risk to reward? What was that tool called one more time?
Yeah, just let me see the actual name of it here. It is position. It's the
draw position. I like that. That's a
Yep.
good name for a draw position because we get so caught up into looking at a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? We get so caught up in me personally, I only do 5 positions. If they're all 5 winning positions, I'm holding them. People like to do 10, 20, not me. 5 is what I can mentally do. I can mentally handle that. And this would be a good tool for me to use to keep it on the charts and know what I'm looking for and hold it too. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you confuse yourself. You know what I mean? You into thinking something else, or you get worried, or you get bored. Some people get bored and they'll cut a winner. I'm like, why'd you do that? Why would you cut a winner and it's still going? It's still good. So that's a really good reminder. That's awesome, man.
Absolutely. Love being able to show it off. There's always something to learn in this platform. I still learn every day, so it's always pretty sweet.
Yes, this helps it too. This helps us a lot. And I do like when I first started TrendSpider, when I opened it up, you log in, you go to your first chart, you only got one, until you figure it out. But then there was always a pop-up that said, okay, click this. There's a pop-up that says click that. Here's a tutorial on how to do this. And then there's a widget I think I got through all of them, but TrendSpider, they know if you did or didn't. But there's a bunch of videos that you can click through how to create an alert, how to do auto fibs, how to do a market strategy tester thing, how to do the heat map, how to do, and all these things are there, which is really cool. Those are really good videos. Not as entertaining as me. Maybe one of these days I'll be in one of those videos, but
we need it. I think it'd be great.
That's awesome, man. Is there anything else? There's so much this thing could do, but I know you got time is always a thing where you're always trying to manage.
Yeah. Last thing I'd probably mention, obviously in previous ones, we've gone over scanning for candlestick patterns in particular. So I'll skip over that in the essence of time. They can check out our last video on that one. But with the sidebar, there's one other widget I really like to use. I think it's underused a good bit, which is just going to be notes. So
notes.
You want to, if you want to see how you're doing as a trader, you want to record trades, you can just add notes. You can have the date, the text. So if you've traded this one before and you said stopped out 5 times in a row, I hate this stock, you're going to go back and you're going to see the notes and it's going to tell you to stay away. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And another platform I will not say the name for. I a bunch of notes on the charts and it's all over the place. And then eventually you'll get to a point where the platform says you have to delete all this stuff. And that I'm sure TrendSpider does not do that. I like that widget, the notes thing. That's awesome. That is really cool. Yeah. Stopped out of this 5 times, trade sideways, Boeing doing, go to Boeing. What is Boeing doing anyway? Go BA. Everybody loves Boeing.
I don't think Boeing should be allowed to be on any chart. I think we need it.
Oh, okay. What is this? The weekly. All right. Weekly. It's kind of moving. Okay. All right. Not so bad.
You might not be a fan of these trend lines, but I think this one looks pretty interesting here.
I like it. I see. We talked about it. I know what you're looking for. Me,
Yeah.
I'd be looking for that 2-1-2 reversal up, and then after that, then game on.
Yeah.
But right now it's I see the Browning formation the other way, and I'm looking at a 2-1-2 reversal to the downside. If they don't keep buying it, they gotta keep buying it. I swear. Yep. And then I would take this, make the bottom one. Yep. You know what you're doing. Oh, I
I got
love
it. I've talked to you too much. That's how I've figured it out.
it. Figured it out. Oh man, I love it. Now, I'm not saying Boeing's going all the way back to $80, but I tell you what, it's was it Kramer said it's Boeing's year? Nope.
We're shorting it. We're shorting it.
Oh, right now, still good if you got in long. Oh, I like that. You flipped it. The
Yep.
short, and then I like it. You know what you're doing. I like it. I always have to remind myself you have a lot more trading experience than me. Started trading at 14 years old. I can't even tell you what I was doing at 14 years old. I thought I was going to be He-Man until I was 14, and then I realized it's not going to work out. I need to pick something else.
Yeah, it's always been charts for me. I love looking at them for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. I always give credit to the people that've been doing it way longer than I have, because the strat is where I'm at, and that's where I'm going to be at. But I'm lucky that I started with the strat. So
The strat's the best place to be, in my opinion. You got the best thing about the strats, the risk management rules, I think is where you guys kill everybody else and competition wise for being able to manage risk. So that's the number one thing to stay alive.
Heck yeah, that's what I believe that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm actually gonna tell Rob, because I believe that too. There ain't no guessing. Man,
Yep.
I hope it comes back. No, man,
Yep.
this is going to the lows. You're watching your profit dwindle. And then, now the number's negative. How long are you gonna keep holding it? You know what I mean? Like ZM, we're gonna keep going too long, but ZM, go. What did it finish out today? Oh man, that's the week. Okay, the daily. Oh, okay, all right. So we have a possible 2-2 reversal back up tomorrow.
I see a Browning
And
formation on this one.
yep, off the daily. Yeah, okay, all right. And then that's perfect. You totally see that. Yep. Now, if it trades all the way back up, that's great. If it goes in force above 77.15 and does not reverse against you, you can hold that all the way back up to $90, and hold it, work it. That's what we want to do. I guarantee people were buying this thing as it was going down, thinking this is a buying opportunity, and that's not what we do. We don't do that. We trade reversals. And I guarantee that all that buying right there for that to be a little ugly hammer. That's not a good hammer. That's an ugly hammer. Is Kathy Woods. I guarantee it was Kathy Woods. She's like, oh, it's a great buying opportunity.
But she must have not seen the two down that she was getting the day
no, she didn't. But I'm telling you, if this thing flips to the lows, because it's a short week, it's Thanksgiving, and this thing starts going to the lows, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna.
That's awesome.
Oh,
hey,
we'll see, man.
What's that? I don't know who wants to be buying Zoom. That's I'm trying to stay as far away as possible for the rest of my life.
Yeah. We could use it. We could use it to do shows all day long, but I ain't buying the stock worth of crap. Right. No way. Right. Well, man, I know we got to wrap it up. You got last words. Where can we find you? I know this is your thing, but where can we find you? I always want you to know. I think sometimes you're too humble. And one of these days I might have to tell you your head got too big. I hope not. You're such a cool dude. You're a cool dude. And you're blowing up too. Where can we find you again?
Yep. Yoakum's Charting on Twitter, Yoakum's Charting on YouTube, and then also yoakumscharting.com. So anything Yoakum's Charting. Work with TrendSpider, so you can find us TrendSpider.com, TrendSpider on Twitter, YouTube, anything, any platform. And we are having our sale, so I'm sure Jermaine sent that link around a couple times. So make sure to sign up through him, support him, and join the best platform in the world for retail traders. So
it is. It's true. And it's the only platform, again, with the strat built in, and that's huge. You guys are on it. and you've made so many tools available, and you made it look so simple. But then all you got to do is go, like I said, go in there and start twisting those knobs, start experimenting, and then pretty soon you created a monster, and you're doing some really cool stuff because it's all in here. I love it, man. Thank you so much for being here. Well, thank you for letting me come on with you. I don't know. I know you're going to edit this and we're both going to use it. So I feel like I should give you both. So thanks for letting me be on, and check me out on Twitter. And I'm over at Set Your Group with Rob every day, and OG and Stradalorian, and just trading the strat and creating winning positions, defending, adding to them, and defending with tight stops. That's what we do. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys more around in the near future as we start to come out with some more things for you guys.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one.
Yep.